And we're recording.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Kathy and Susie's Kids.
I'm Jordan.
And I am Matthew, and we're here with Marcus Thomas and Mr. Madison Rossinet.
Member of the year, 2019.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
woo.
Congratulations.
All right.
Line 3 and 4.
Yes, we got Marcus. He's the line lieutenant for line 4. And Marcus, how long have you been line lieutenant now?
8 years.
8 years. And Madison, you're the line lieutenant for line 3. How long have you been the line lieutenant?
Two and a half.
I think this makes my 6th year.
Yeah,
and it flies by.
You're like Joe Biden.
Yeah. I'm ready to be done. Every meeting,
47 years in office.
I end with, if any of y'all want to be the line lieutenant, y'all let me know now. You can ask Jordan. He's been to these things, and it's crickets.
There is always crickets.
Nobody wants this coveted position.
No.
But it's because we put in the hard effort and the backs behind the scenes work that they don't get to see.
It takes a lot of time out of your life, out of your everyday life. You got kids running around.
And about that. Now I'm in more than this too. So I got the Rotary Club I'm the president of now. I've got the Chamber of Commerce, which I missed.
He's that guy that wears a blazer that goes to all the events,
kissing babies
with the deviled eggs. You know what I mean?
Actually, it's funny you say that. I made deviled eggs last night for the Saints game.
Hors d'oeuvres.
That's awesome that you do that. Give it back to the community.
So how many guys is y'all's lines up to now? I'm curious because I'm looking at my sheet right here. I've got it if y'all don't have it, but we're at like 53.
We just dropped 8. Not playing any games with the dudes.
Yeah,
Right.
Just dropped
that's how
8.
it is.
We're
I haven't
down.
done that yet. I got the email to check it out, and I'm here instead.
We're down to 57.
You dropped 8 people like a fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just dumped
Well,
them.
Like a bad habit.
People drop as well. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah, we
well,
lost some people
wanna go?
too.
every year.
I only know
Couple
like
years.
15 people in our line.
Well, here's all their names.
Like I'm just a guy I'm just like the right hand man. Like Matt loves this Neptune, and I love Neptunes too. But Matt's like so into the, y'all are really into it.
you can't have
We're
too
all
many.
into it.
Yeah.
You can't have too many chiefs. You can't have too many chiefs. You got to have some Indians that sit back, pay dues, and just come to stuff here and there.
Yeah, and that's what I enjoy. That's why I don't like being titled to anything because I do a few other things with the Pink Dress Run, and I have my own nonprofit. We have our own director now, so I've learned and I told Matt it's like you see the responsibility that you have, and it's just not a good responsibility sometimes because you got to be the person slamming the hammer down, and while the other guys sit there and go, well, he did that. Well, y'all got to make that decision. Y'all got to be the ones that brings the bad news, not me.
I had to do it today at Rotary Club. I had a guy come in there and he's like, we need to do this. And I go, you know why we don't? Because every time I do something, none of y'all ever show up. And in my mind, I was thinking like, man, that's how Neptune used to be for me. But honestly, the last few meetings that I've had, and Gerald can attest, I actually called him out and made him come to my last meeting. Like, you were there for a little bit. So anyway, I had probably like 25, 26 guys there.
That's cool.
And I've never had that many people show up 5 months out.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I'm keeping about 15 consistent every week. Our guys want to meet every week now. So
I got guys that
they're
want
really
to do that
committed.
too.
That takes a lot of time.
I can't do it every week.
No, me either. I got guys that text me and they're like jumping ahead of the game on stuff that I should be doing as a line lieutenant, and I'm just like, slow your roll.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because I got to do stuff like this,
Delegation.
Yeah. So how's y'all's Hallogras promotions going? Y'all got y'all's tickets out to everybody?
Yep.
I saw Dylan last night. He had 2 books. He hadn't sold any out of either one.
Ahern?
Yeah. I know. I made him go get him out of the car and try to force him on people where we were at, but he didn't have any luck, I don't think. I said, why'd you get 2 books if you aren't going to sell?
Well, it's gonna.
Because I'm out of books. I gave you those 3, and then
How did you sell?
I mean, none. I had 2 I've sold 2 books personally already, but between handing them out, I had 26 guys at a meeting. We only had 250. That was only 25 books.
Right.
So I was down 3 because I gave them to you, so I had 22 books. I've got 1 book left.
They're getting there. I mean,
I think so too.
We're getting there. We got some tickets. I've sold 2 books, and I think one of the guys is moving pretty good. So
We got to keep in mind though, we're going to sell a lot at the door.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
We are, but I don't like to bank on it.
I know, but I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's the last minute.
First year of this thing, I think I told you the story. Like I was fretting that we were going to fall on our face. And I show up, and there was a line wrapped around the door, and I'm just like, "Oh man, thank God."
Well, that's feelings you should have
Yeah,
as
yeah,
an
yeah.
organizer.
that's huge.
So, but that's over with. That's history, you know.
But that's what we got since 6 o'clock though too. I mean, we are starting at 6, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this: people come in wanting tickets. Does their tickets get? When are we starting the drawing?
7:30.
All right.
What do you think?
What if they come in at 7:30 and want a ticket?
Then they can get in, but no drawing.
All right.
Yeah.
Cut off time.
I think that's what we did last year.
Yeah,
but that's stuff that we need to kind of work
I
out.
think we did $10 or $15 too, like at the very end when people start showing up.
Yeah, maybe we did just like a $10, $15 entry, no ticket necessary kind of deal. But that's back to where we got to have people working the door, or we can come up with that game plan first.
Right.
So we could do that tonight.
Well, Alan's gonna start DJing at 6.
Sweet.
Not stop.
Cool.
Perfect.
So we have live music going.
Yeah.
That's-
What are you dressing up as, Marcus? Elvis?
You know, I might come as Elvis. I got to dust him off. I think I got some extra pounds I need to lose.
I had Bill Howell remind me that he wore that to the first annual Hallogras, and I was just like, ugh, I would have never put that suit on.
Yeah, Bill.
What time we're kicking off the costume party? I mean the costume contest.
You know, last year and the years in the past, we kind of waited, probably about 9:30, just in order to let other people get there. You know, other people kind of have prior engagements. So I'm thinking, we'll have a cutoff for that as well. I think probably, sign up by 9 and 9:30. We're starting to call people out there, but that's kind of right in the heat of the drawdown and of the event itself.
Let them get licked up.
Yeah, you already know.
I think I have in the notes. We talked about it. It's a costume contest, depending 9 or 10, depending on the crowd energy. Yeah, 15.
It's gonna be a good time.
We'll let the DJ make that decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be overseeing. So
let him feel it, right?
yeah, I mean that's what if he feels it. I mean, you see if they're bored or they're ready to go, we got to spin that out. We got to throw a raffle ticket at somebody. We got to think.
Well, I got some champagne donated today.
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna be able to kind of do the drawings and then other prizes too. I reached out to Nico about getting us some, gift certificates to Chard. So we'll see how that goes.
And going back to that real quick, shout out to Mitchell Distributing. They're giving us 18 cases of Ultra, 4 cases of Freemason, 6 cases of H90.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Shout out to Mitchell Distributing for that.
Yeah, Ginkgo Liquor, all of our sponsors.
Yeah,
Adam
thank
came
you.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good
Yeah, we
time.
will.
I'm telling you, it's always a good time. I think last year we had, or maybe it was 2 years ago, but there was a girl that she was making her own like Scuppernine wine, and she brought a bunch of that. And we had it in the back, like next to the beer, and it ended up turning into a shot night, and everybody was back there taking shots of this homemade Scuppernine wine. And boy, it was made for a nasty hangover.
How
after
was that? First
It was
time
pretty
I tasted
good.
it. Was it pretty good?
Yeah, it was good.
First time I had it, I wasn't.
But I don't
Maybe
know
it
why
was the
she
flavor.
gave it all to us. I mean, if you're trying to start out a company, you're not normally making any money by giving a bunch of it away. So
Right.
I don't really know the whole schematics behind it, but it was a hit. I do know that.
What if we had like somebody with a cauldron serving like punch that we make?
I think that's an idea.
The problem is getting somebody to stand there at a
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
I don't want
Either
to be,
that-
and so you like said the photography thing. I know we're going to be doing the photo booth. I think we're going to be trying to do a backdrop.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going tomorrow to measure.
Yeah, so I think we're going to grab a light just to put it out there, and then they're going to, I think now you look at people want to change their own filter so they can have their own phone.
Right.
Everybody's got their own phone, but we just got to give them what to shoot on.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
he hit me up with doing the whole custom background.
I think it's a good idea.
We can put our logos, we put whatever we keep.
I mean, honestly, you can do whatever you want with
Yeah.
those things, and that's the. I
we
guess-
can talk about that too. Just cobwebs. We need a Hallogras.
Yeah, what do we need to
line
put on
3,
there?
line
Yeah.
4, 5, maybe some sponsors on there. What are we doing?
The only withdrawals that I had about wanting to get it printed was taking away. That's taking away the 3D feel of it. So can we get it printed and still have kind of some
a drop
3D
shadow. I don't play no games.
All right.
What's a drop shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
it's like you take. See, everything works off shadows. So dimensions of shadows, like so font. You put a drop shadow so it brings it off like it's 3D.
Oh, cool.
So just spending time to do. I mean,
That works.
here's my.
Do some spider webs on the side.
That's what I'm saying. I think we should put it like.
Pumpkins,
Something
scarecrow.
Yeah, let's-
Do we want to go with super scary or super pumpkin-y?
Ooh.
I don't really know. I'm thinking, we want to do the haunted entrance. I'm thinking super scary there, honestly.
I
Yeah.
think on the entrance.
Yeah.
Let's not over pumpkin it.
So Ryan's
Ryan's
gonna
maybe
be
pumpkins
doing,
on the inside, not the entrance
so
area.
whatever lights we need for that haunted entrance.
Like I made that earlier today,
It's gonna be
Oh,
professionally done.
and that's drop shadow where it looks like it's.
Let me
Okay.
see it.
He's even drop shadowed.
Big Hugh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same day. That's what I'm saying. I'll be probably showing up in a pink dress, switching into Scar.
Just stay in the pink dress.
Oh, so we're having a pink dress.
No, we're doing
ride?
Scar and Toro. We can't
Okay.
break character.
Yeah. I think they got an
So they're having a
animation.
pink dress run?
They decide. Can you get your mic a little closer?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they decided to have it as a block party, and we moved that date because we want to be with our kids. And I was like, I'll be there for a couple. I will be leaving, it's from 12 to 6, but I'll be leaving a couple hours early to be with y'all.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm really looking forward to it this year, guys. I mean, that was kind of my mindset. I mean, y'all were there whenever this kind of got generated. It was really Madison's doing. So I give you kudos right off the bat for doing the first line event out of all the Neptune lines. And it was, the pub crawl. And y'all had an awesome turnout. Y'all raised a lot of money. And you came back and you sat there and told us, in one of our meetings, how good it was. And I'm sitting there feeling like, a piece of trash. Like, oh my goodness. I
think that's when we became friends, Marcus.
And that's whenever I challenged all the other lines. I was like, hey, let's come up with our own individual line events. And kind of got crickets. And then, you kind of backed me up. And a couple other guys were like, yeah, let's do it. And then we've all implemented kind of our own events. And I actually brought the Hallogras idea, not necessarily the name, but the idea of a Halloween party to Gerald and them a long time ago. And they were just like, no, we don't want to do that. So in my mind, I saw just an untapped market there. And then this year, because of the COVID, it's got everything kind of monkey wrenched. So you guys weren't able to do your scheduled events at the scheduled time. So we were coming up and everything was canceling around us. And I was just like, man, I see this as a perfect opportunity to join forces and, do the old Captain Planet with our powers combined. We can do something pretty, I think, spectacular. So thank y'all first off, for joining.
Hey,
Thank you.
I think
excited to be a part of it.
If it works out, we could do we could do other events together, and really, because you're taking 3 different lines. That means territorial wise,
3 networks.
Yeah, we could be separated at different areas.
More fingers.
Yeah, so it's like you separate, like you're moving everything around. It's not just one line, so everybody's just kind of honing in the whole group. I do like that. I think that was cool this year when you're like, hey, let's do it with all our lines. And we had a good time doing it with Athena. It wasn't bad, but I think we're stronger inside of our own group. I mean, there's so many guys that want to participate in the Hallogras.
There's no doubt. I think some of the other lines maybe got their feelings hurt when they found out that they were, didn't get asked. But who knows? The future is big. We possibly got some opportunity in the future. But this is our first joint effort, and I think it's going to be set for success. There's 3 successful lines with 3 successful membership bases all joined together. There's going to be nothing.
Were you a member of the year? Were you?
No, I haven't been.
Okay, what 2
member
member
of the
years
year.
right here? There's 2 right here.
I gotta do what Matt does, dude. Do nothing, get member of the year.
It was a hard
Madison
year.
didn't deserve it.
Oh, I knew it. As soon as I come off the stage after they gave me mine, I was just like, man, I don't know who's going to win it next year.
I'm about to cut back. I work too hard. I think I'm out there working it too much.
Well, I mean, when I started, line 3 wasn't doing too much, and then you really grabbed the reins of it. Like, the first year, then the second, you're like, okay, we're just going to be serious about it. And it's line 3's kind of. You got Kiki.
But why put time in it if you're not going to be serious about it?
That's right.
How'd you get Kiki?
Who?
My little cousin Keaton.
Oh yeah, hey, line 3. That's all.
Everybody wants to go to line 3. One time it was line 4.
One time it was line 5. One time I told him that after you won that award, I was like, enjoy this. I said, the older you guys get, the more money they're going to make, and the more less of a priority this is going to be.
Right.
And then there's going to be the next line. Who knows who it is? And it's going to be all the guys that you're going to disconnected from, and we're going to be the old men. We're going to be the Marcuses. Hey guys, you want to let me in?
When I first started, we were the young guys. Now we're the mid to Asian dudes. So,
y'all
can't wait
been in it for a while.
I want to be the middle-aged guys.
Yeah, we're close. We're
do
not
like-
very far away. I promise you that.
Y'all are knocking.
We could be like our own antique roadshow.
They say the 40 is the new. I don't know.
I don't know
It's
either.
still 40 to me.
I think our line's approaching 50 fast. So
Well,
we're trying.
We got a couple guys that are in there up there in our line. They keep us, hip, or we keep them hip, one way or the other. But
Neptune's taking a good turn. I mean, take a step back when you said, you've got a lot of guys coming to your line meetings from years past, and then, you saw us do our charity event, and then y'all wanted to do it. It's all about, if you don't have, challenging people around you in competition, you're gonna stay at that level.
Success breeds success.
It's like kids don't play a lot of league baseball anymore. They go do all the tournament stuff because if you play against scrubs, you're just gonna stay at a scrub level.
Yeah. True. Steel sharpens steel.
I would say there's a lot of competition between us. definitely us three, but in other lines
Yeah.
too. I think we're all in there.
I find there's zero competition.
I
in
find
my
zero,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't really care. We just show up.
Well,
We stunt.
well,
we
y'all's
stunt.
line has set a precedence of just showing up.
Yeah.
We do the most random. me
We
and
are,
Matt,
yeah.
It's the
Both
most
called it
random
out first.
things because we're both like. I think when we create a lot of stuff, it's random. Everything, like if you look at our LARP, if you look at anything we create, it's just two friends sitting around going, "What do you want to create?"
I mean, our
Like-
skit this year has taken like a while. We're doing a musical. I think I told you all that.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Tiger King. Y'all got the idea to take it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's something
Did you
that's
see the
never been
poster?
done. It's never
No.
been done in Neptune before.
Not yet.
You
didn't
saw
see
the rap video that we did that year. We went and wrote a rap video. That's something that Neptune's never done before. So that's the edge I like to bring to it. We did the game show last year. We were like, that's not a skit. And I was like,
People thought it was funny.
you're
as
right.
hell.
It's not as gay. It's not a skit. We're throwing you the curveball.
Yeah,
We're not here to.
I don't. But you got to look at when we do these skits. I don't think the skits should all be the same. I don't think you should go like. I think if somebody goes live, I don't think you need to all have the dance off. I think you need to have some kind of
Variety.
Yeah, very much variety because you see that at every. Not knocking some of the lines that I know,
Well,
but,
we did too much dancing this
but
past
like you
year,
go like yeah,
so.
I like literally go to all these festivals and all they do is these dance numbers, and you go into ours and it's like we're just
Having fun.
Yeah, and that's and I love y'all stuff, but like it's,
I mean, it looks good whenever you got all your guys doing it to a T. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
but that's
gotta-
dedication,
yeah.
though. I mean, man,
That took a
that's
lot of
3
time.
practices a week.
somebody likes
almost.
watching Dirty Dancing. There you go.
It must
Hey,
be Madison because he's always leading the charge on the dance. But that choreography that takes a lot of time.
like,
Yeah.
were you big into Footloose? Because you just a lot. I mean, is that how it was?
Kind of.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Are you gonna have spirit fingers this year?
I think the
We're gonna go
biggest
more
thing-
hardcore
If,
than
if we
Spirit
come
Minds.
together, I think my biggest goal this year, with Neptunes, is we're surpassing just our lines. They're surpassing. Like we are starting to create Neptune.
Yeah,
Like,
a form of brotherhood.
I'm
that's-
going after other crews. like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That's
what
the way it
like-
should be. I mean, this past ball, I'm not gonna say any names, nothing like that, but it's gotten to the point of, competition's good, and that's what everybody wants the trophy for the skit. But also, competition can divide. The nasty comments that I heard, not even being in the conversation from certain people sitting around us. I mean, it's like we're not even in the same Mardi Gras crew. It was nasty and it was
Oh, I hate to
ridiculous
hear
from
that.
some of
Well,
the
I've
from some of the
been-
women.
That's
I've
not
been
my
guilty of
guys.
it too sometimes. So that's what I think is important about events like this, and it's us getting together as the leadership and showing that there's camaraderie.
Right.
I agree.
And we pass that along to our constituents and anybody that's under us. They're going to look to us to lead. And I kind of told you about this. If we got a good attitude, they're going to have a good attitude. If we got a bad attitude, they're going to have a bad attitude. And that's something that I didn't know coming into this, and it just kind of happened. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm learning as I go. So I don't know it all either.
It's for me. It's common sense is you get in a group of people, and if you actually work together, no matter how big the numbers are, and you actually pick up slack. Whether, if I go in and I have to make a flyer for us, or I have to, if I do a certain task, like I said on the phone, it's like Matt's busy with insurance. Like I don't know, I never even wait for him to say, "What are you doing?" It's kind of or him. He never waits for me, so it's kind of like we might not talk for a week, but we're both our heads are spinning.
Common goal.
And we come together, we're like, well, this is what I created this week.
Right.
And I think it's important that we do that in the lines. I think it's important that because we do have kids and we have family that, as long as everybody in our lines, and this is pointing because people do want to join the lines, for the partying, but honestly, if we came together more in the crew, we could be the biggest crew. We're growing in our businesses. We're growing in the community. I mean, I decided to join. I had other couple crews to join. And it took a while for me to get in the crew of Neptunes, like to even think about it. But it was Matt, knowing me and Matt when we were kids, that okay, let's do this, because the crew of Neptunes has that party, not so serious.
A little more laid back.
Some people consider it not a networking kind of crew, and I think that's weird. It really is a networking crew.
Oh, yeah,
and it's
by
getting
far.
stronger every year.
It is. I think we're growing as a networking
Like
crew.
like the pub crawl that blew everybody away. I was there, we did the photography there. It was I blew everybody away because they were like, okay, and I came in a pink dress.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then we did with the Hallogras, and it's the same thing. People are like, oh wait, they're doing a party, but also raising money for Boys and Girls Club. And how many other crews are doing these kind of things?
Not many.
Unless
Or if
you
they
wanna-
do, it's one specific event.
Yeah.
That's the beauty
Small.
behind us having 6
Or a
lines.
private brunch party on a boat or something.
Yeah.
Who wants to do that?
Well, some of the other men's crews are a little uppity.
Yeah.
I'm not, but do you really want to have an up, like when you join a crew, everything in life when you work, it's uppity. Like you got to be on a certain level. Do you?
Oh, it's time to let your hair down.
I'm a little trashy, guys. I mean, I bought some clothes from the thrift store today, like this weekend. I mean, I am always going to be a little trashy, so I don't.
I had to see what shirt you had on.
Huh? What? Get buck wild.
Buck wild.
And this is from eBay. Oh, $7. But the thing is, when you do with these, like our crew and how we do this is like, so we all take our jobs seriously. And that's what I love about Neptune more than anything is like, we all have to go work a job. We all have family. We all have relationships. We always got to put fires out. Do you want to be in a line where people, like, you're still going to work when you in a Mardi Gras crew? Because I see a lot of these crews and it feels like it's a job again. Right. And then you see Neptunes and it's like, Bowed You Bet made over again.
Yeah, party time.
Like
party
throw
time.
some kegs, some chicken tenders. You know, we might get drunk, we might throw up, but we're still partying and we'll be there tomorrow.
I try to cut all that throwing up stuff.
Yeah,
I
getting
agree.
too old.
I agree with you, and I don't know. Even us being line lieutenants, I find it fun just to go to the meetings, plan it all.
Oh,
meet with the
absolutely.
guys.
It's a job, but it's a fun job.
Yeah, I don't mind it. You know, being a center of influence, that's kind of, whenever in my career, it's all about meeting new people.
Right.
And being accessible. And I had a professor tell me one time, you know, create your own network. And I took it to heart. And when they asked me to be a line lieutenant, I told them no. I was like, oh, that's more work. And I went to sleep. And I like, in that night, I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking, you know, remember that guy told me to be my own center of influence, create my own network? What else would I do that? So I woke up the next morning and I called him back and I was like, you know what? I'll do it.
I'll take it.
And been stuck with it ever since. No.
We got on that list, what did he mark? He is so organized. What did he mark?
What did he mark?
Yeah.
50% down payment for lights, which is $325. That means we need to sell some tickets.
How much?
I need to get that done
And
next,
that's
next week.
I
Is
got
that
it
a
right
discount?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
he's-
anyway,
he's
look,
up in
you
the
guys
lights,
can buy these
up in the
tickets
sound.
from any member.
Hey,
of
let's
Line
spin this real quick though.
3,
Yeah, all got like let's all just do the spill because I think if we do a spill, I think me and you should throw some like bats and some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I think we should all talk to the camera about like y'all join the Hallogras
Okay.
and we just do like a small little commercial right here.
Do it. Yeah. Ready?
Now your turn.
Okay.
You lead it.
What's going on, guys? It's Matthew Brooks, Line Lieutenant for Line 5. I'm here with Madison Rossinet, Line Lieutenant for Line 3, Marcus Thomas, Line Lieutenant for Line 4, and Jourdan Jourdan, my trusty sidekick.
October 24th.
October 24th, Hallogras, Neptunes, one and only, Mardi
Prestige.
Gras.
Yeah.
Costume
Prestige
line.
worldwide. Costume contest, $500. We got Chandelier Brewing giving us a beer. Mitchell Distributing giving us a beer. We got chicken tenders, some food. What
Chicken
we doing?
tenders, egg rolls, lights, haunted hallways,
DJ.
Ginkgo
picture walls.
Is it Geekos?
Ginkgo Liquor, yeah.
Ginkgo.
Giveaway.
Yeah.
Liquor giveaways. $20 to enter. Cash prizes. Drawdown starts. We're going to start the drawdown probably 7:30. Get there before then. Doors open at 6. And
If you need tickets, you need to find line 3, 4, or 5.
Anybody
Crew
in
Neptune
there.
members.
we all have them.
Call
You know
us,
we are.
text us. You see
know
us.
we
Call
are.
us.
And then bring your best dressed costume for the best costume.
Oh, it's going
contest.
down.
if you think you can win.
Oh, yeah. I've been working on ours for a while. I think we stand a pretty good chance. But
Hey, you know what? You don't want to go there. Okay. Anyways, yeah, but definitely. Also, you don't need to be there present to win, right?
yeah, so support us. Everything's going to the Boys and Girls Club, all proceeds. And then anything else you guys can think of?
I mean, look, guys, it's $20.
$20.
It's not a $50 drawdown. It's not a $100 drawdown. It's $20.
And it's
free
damn
beer,
good time.
free food, having fun on Halloween because you know there's not going to be a lot going on. If you don't want to come, hey, pay $20. You're going to possibly win some money.
Yeah, you don't have to be there.
You know,
I think it's awesome.
Well, guys,
you don't
I
want to miss it.
Yeah, and guys, I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, I think it was very informative.
I enjoyed
very
it. It's my first-
bonding.
And I feel very, very like I'm protected right now.
Yeah, you are.
you have a heart attack or
Scrubs?
anything? I
Yeah,
got you.
Scrubs.
God, I'll try my
Family,
best.
Y'all be good.
Take
Yeah.
care.
Peace.
Thank you.
See you all at the
Bye-bye.
party.
See you soon.